going to have a good show today, and I'm in a good mood because finally it's 3 weeks late because of this shitty weather that we've had, but finally my dogwood tree is starting to bloom right outside my office window. I wait for this every year. It's been 3 weeks now, and I've been pissed, and I've been moaning and staring at it because it's late. So many times in previous years, I was gone to wrestling events over the first week of April, and I would miss my tree, the full bloom, the full plumage and power and majesty of the tree. I would miss that because I would be on the road somewhere. And so this year I'm thinking I'm off the road. I'm going nowhere between the middle of March and the end of April. I'll enjoy all the full plumage of my beautiful award-winning Mac Daddy of a dogwood tree. The weather has delayed everything. Finally, we're getting leaves. Finally, it's starting to bud and to bloom. And I'm going to Wheeling, West Virginia. But I'll be back in a day, so I get to see it. So I'm staying at, but no, it's majestic, and when it's full and pink and white, and this bad boy, it's grown, and I never trim. I trim the dead wood out and the dead branches, but so it's all the canopy, as they say, reaches all the way to the ground and on a couple of sides, and we got our chairs where we just sit underneath and stare off into the fucking subdivision they're building across the guy. Well, but no, we're not going to talk about that. But
obviously it's clear how much you love this dogwood tree. And I think because of that, the importance is obvious that if we get this Kickstarter over 150,000, you get a piece of the dogwood tree.
No, wait, no, because they might do it. And I can't be pruning my dogwood tree. No, the Kickstarter, by the way, thank you everyone, Cult of Cornette. Listen to this now. I've heard this is pretty good for government work. The Kickstarter debuted Tuesday, April 17th, and it was funded by the next morning, 23 hours later. So they added the first stretch goal. We got to 25 grand. If we get to 35 grand, we'll add 8 pages. And they did that. We did that. All of us out there, you and me all together, did that by Friday. So that was like 3.5 days. And then the next stretch goal was, and I understand now what they've done here. I've seen the thing. I couldn't explain it the other day, but there's a UV process that some of the collectors' books that they do, it's a special printing deal for the cover to make the colors pop and make it a more collectible cover. And they said, we'll add that at 40. And we hit that in 6.5 days. So now I've got to get with them. They're going to be putting an update on the Kickstarter, potentially what the next stretch goal is. I want more space. We got to tell all these stories. I want more room. I want more pages. But there's all of the or a lot of the high dollar slots were filled just because we had to limit them due to the speciality in nature. But we're trying to add some things there too. So keep looking back. If there's not something you like, we may add it. Keep going because we'll get more pages and more size, and it'll be we're making a collector's item here, and it is once again I say behind the curtain, real pro wrestling stories with myself and IDW Publishing, IDW Limited. Go to Tiny URL because even in the comments page on the Kickstarter, people are saying, "Yeah, Tiny Earl sent me here." tinyurl.com/corny Kickstarter. We've still got like 20, well, as you hear this, 22 days or thereabouts left to go. I don't know. Somewhere. So give till it hurts, folks. And everybody's been picking up on this because I had some interviews this week anyway. But I'm on Dinner with the King this week with Jerry Lawler and his co-host Glenn Moore, where we talk about several things, at least one of which will be edited off the program that we did probably and not talked about after we reflected on it. And it could have possibly got Jerry in a little trouble. But listen to Dinner with the King this week. I'm on it. Also, Terry Runnels' Cigars, Scars, and Superstars podcast. I'm on that. I just did an interview with Newsarama, which will be publishing the fruits of that labor at the first of this coming week. There was just an article on Behind the Curtain and myself on SportsIllustrated.com. Thanks, Justin Barrasso. I did a recent interview that I have not disclosed and will not be disclosing for a while with a national cable network that came here to Louisville recently for programming that will air this fall.
Cartoon Network.
And I'll quit, for heaven's sake. And also, and we did just set, I know we said this last month, but it keeps being true. We just set all-time records again this month for both the podcast listenership and YouTube. So the cult of Cornette has been out in force and is making me go out in public and meet these people and getting me out of my shell, so to speak, because I am a shy and retiring type. So we appreciate everything.
But you see, you don't have to do that. You now have this cult. You don't have to go to them. You could just open the doors and have them come to you. You have that giant property, corn stock. Just let all the cult of Cornette come onto your grass, sit there, you come onto your little deck, and you pontificate.
I'd be pontificating a few people off of my deck if they all came at once. I'll tell you that the good thing about it, I always like to go visit people rather than have people visit me because I can leave when I want to.